Hello. In this lecture, we will talk about Tableau, a data visualization software, which allows you to create a wide variety of interactive charts, maps, and tables, and organize them into dashboards and stories that can be saved to your desktop computer. Tableau was developed for exploratory graphical data analysis. So it is a good tool for exploring a new data set, filtering, sorting, and summarizing or aggregating the data in different ways while experimenting with various chart types. Although Tableau was not designed as a publication tool, the ability to embed finished dashboards and stories has also allowed newsrooms and individual journalists lacking JavaScript or coding skills to create interactive online graphics. Let's get started. This lecture contains a lab session as well. By the end of this lab, you will be able to explain what Tableau is, distinguish its editions, and judge when Tableau Public is and is not an appropriate platform for a dataset. We have discussed this in a previous lecture as well. Install Tableau Desktop Public Edition, create a Tableau Public profile, and connect the two. Interpret the Tableau data model, dimensions versus measures, discrete versus continuous, and the data aggregation. Build the core chart type, bar, line, map, scatter, highlight, table. Although we may not be doing everything, you will have an exposure that you can work with using the shells, marks cards, and show me, and a lot of available tools in Tableau. Refine a view with filters, sorting groups, and a simple calculated field. We will do all these things in this lab. Tableau Desktop and Public Edition are two different things. Three free ways to author in browser web authoring. Tableau Desktop Public Edition or Tableau Desktop Professional will allow you to do all these things. Your work lives at a public URL. Because of that, make sure that you can share your data publicly when you are using the public version of Tableau. According to Tableau, it is world's largest public gallery of visualizations. A portfolio, it's not just a sandbox. Profiles carry a bio, view favorite statistics, and so on and so forth. It is used by journalists and many government bodies and NGOs, students, lecturers equal. So how do we explore Tableau? You can create a free Tableau public profile at https://public.tableau.com. You can find these things in the linked lab handout, so I will not go further with that. What you need to do is go to this page and create an account, and it will allow you to download the Tableau public version. If you want, you can also go for the purchase as well, but I recommend first of all check it and then get used to how public desktop version works. It can be installed in both macOS and Windows as well, so that is a plus point. What we will be doing in this class is we will connect the CSV dataset that we have to check how we can connect and review data inside Tableau Desktop. Also, we will create calculated fields and build a tree map. Also construct a field map to serve as a regional color legend. But what I will be doing here is limited. You can explore, and that is the entire point of this lecture. Let me introduce you to the data set that we have. The data for this session has been uploaded in the Moodle. You can download it from there. It contains the following file, nations.csv. It has some fields, ISO 2C, ISO 3C, 2 and 3 letter ISO country codes, and GDP per capita, and all these key fields, which I will also be explaining as we go to the lab session. After this slide, I will explain in detail how to navigate your workflow in Tableau. But before that, let me explain a bit about what the dimensions and measures are in Tableau. There are two things, dimension and measures in Tableau, and also categorical and continuous fields are there. So they appear in the data panel at the left side, and also it has dimensions with a certain color and measures with a certain color. I will explain everything as we work in the lab session, so bear with me. Shells and show me are also the spaces that you find in Tableau interface. Pages animates the view across values of a discrete field, and filters restricts which data appears in the chart. Marks controls color, size, shape, label, tooltip, and detail encodings, which you will find as I perform the lab for you. Tableau always aggregates measures. The numerical values are aggregated based on sum, average, and so and so. To control granularity, drag a categorical dimension into the detail shelf so aggregation happens at the right level, at the level that you want. You will find this when I do the lab session using the year as a categorical variable. Now let's dive into the lab session video. Once you have installed the software, you can access it by typing in Tableau and Tableau public. Open it. So this is the interface that will be visible to you when you have Tableau public. So you can connect multiple data types, Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, and many other files. So now let's look at what to do. We'll connect to a CSV dataset. So after following this lecture, you will be able to connect to a CSV dataset and review field types in Tableau Desktop, create calculated fields for total births and neonatal deaths, build a tree map nested by region to compare countries visually, and reconstruct field map to serve as a regional color legend, draw multi-line chart tracking neonatal mortal rate over time, combine worksheets into an interactive dashboard with filters and highlight. So we have the World Bank Open Data Portal dataset. The dataset that we are going to use for this work is called Nations Data. If you double click and open the CSV, you can see the data set in the CSV format. ISO 2C is the 2 and 3 letter ISO 2C, and ISO 3C are the 2 and 3 letter ISO country codes. And then you have the country, then the year, then GDP per capita in the current international dollars. This data set is from way back, so the GDP might be somewhat different, but this was the correct data set, maybe 2017 or so. Then the life expectancy, population, birth rate, neonatal mortality. The neonatal mortal rate is the deaths per 1,000 live births. Then the region is the Europe, the World Bank regions are there, Europe, Central Asia, and so on and so forth. And then also the income, whether it's a high income country or a low income country, and vice versa. You can actually look at the type before you go for any data visualization. You can just check on what are the available data sets, the available clusters of the data. So as you can see, there are high income, low income, and some other classifications here as well. So this is the data set that we'll be looking at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Tableau, and the first thing is connecting the data, connect to data. The data set is a CSV data set. So it is under text file. Click on text file and nations data CSV, open. Now you can see the data set gets opened, and ABC is a text field. Here you can see ABC, that's a text field. ABC again, text field, and the nations data. The color here is in blue, and the other color is green with a little hash mark. So this is hash. Whenever you have numerical data, the data appears as a hash mark, green color. You can see the available fields here. So in Tableau, we call the numbers as measures and the qualitative data as dimensions. So categorical data like date or names are called dimensions, and numbers like the values here like birth rate, population, those are numbers. So numerical values are in under this, they are called measures. So let's go to our worksheet, sheet 1. Once you have imported data, you can go to sheet 1. This is the sheet, and you can see to the right hand side you have show me pane, where you have the it's the portal where you have compatible chart types for the data set that you are using, and you have some shells here. These are called shells, pages, filters, markers, and the data set that you have connected, it will contain the variables, and the blue color indicating the dimensions and the green color indicating the measures. So we can simply drag and drop these things in order to visualize. So we will go ahead and do that. So the pages animate the view across values of discrete field. Filters restricts which data appears in the chart, and the marks here controls color, size, shape, label, tooltip, and the detail encodings. So Tableau always aggregates measures. So if you take a look at a measure, for example, country, and drag it to, if you pick it and then drag it to a column, you can see it appears as a column. And if I put birth rate to a row value, then you can see the visualization happening. It creates the visualization like this. So Tableau always aggregates measures. That's why you can see sum here, sum indicating it's a summation. So there are other ways in which you can you can create the measure like sum, average, median, count, minimum. All these numerical summaries can be created for measures. Measures are numerical values. Now let us remove these things and start with a simple demo. Let's create our first calculated data field. You can do that by going into analysis, and under analysis you can see create calculated field. Click on this and the calculation will be available here. I will type in total births Say OK. So I can do a lot of mathematics here. Total births is equal to the, so total births divide by population is equal to the birth rate. So I'm going to create all these things are available here. Whatever you can do with a variable, number or a string, date, all the calculations are available here. So I will type in birth rate. So when I type in birth, you can see it appears as a numerical value, birth rate, and the column reference is given with the square brackets, birth rate. So birth rate divided by 1000 multiplied by the population multiplied by the population will give us the total births. Just say OK. And now you can see total births with an equal sign. This means it's a calculated field. We'll create the second field, neonatal deaths rounded to nearest thousands. You can create a copy or a duplicate of this and then work from here, or you can go with the normal routine analysis, create calculated fields. For a change, I will do the copy from here. Click on this and duplicate, and I'm going to rename this total births. Rename, right click, rename, and I'm going to rename it as neonatal deaths, and I'm going to edit it. Now my question is the neonatal mortal rate. So this is neonatal deaths. I'm going to get neonatal mortal rate divide by 1000 multiplied by total births, and this will give me the neonatal deaths, but again this need to be rounded. So I'm going to select everything, going to inside the bracket, I'm going to apply round. So rounding, it can be rounding up or rounding down. You can see the decimal, number of decimals are available. So within brackets, I would say -3. That will create a round off neonatal deaths and say OK. So two calculated fields indicated by the equal sign. So the round anything -3 or -2, that is for nearest thousands. -3 means nearest thousands. -2 means nearest 100. 1 is 1 decimal place. Use the functions in the editor to explore all available things. Right, let's go to the next one, building tree map. Tree maps display hierarchical data as nested rectangles. Each area is proportional to a measure, revealing patterns across thousands of items simultaneously. So let's create the base tree map. Drag country and region to columns. The country to the columns and region to the columns. Drag country and regions to column. Neonatal deaths to rows. So neonatal deaths, the one that we created, to rows. You can see it automatically shows you the visual. Then select tree map to show me. So under show me, you have several visualizations. So we'll go with the tree map. So this is what we call a tree map. Click on that. and you can see a very nice tree map. So Tableau sizes and colors each rectangle by sum of neonatal depths. Let's create a filter. So duplicate the year field. This is our year field. This is our year field. Let's duplicate that. And now we will create this one and make this. And now we will make this year, which is a measure, as you can see, it's in green. We'll make it a dimension. And we will first of all rename it. Rename year discrete. Drag it to filters. So it will ask us, is it range of values, at least, at most, special? So show only relevant values. These are the available years. I'll say apply, say okay. So now it's a discrete value. I'll make it discrete under this. Discrete. Then you need to select the years. So I will click the even years, even number years, 92, 4, 6, 8, 20, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14, say okay. Now I have selected only the discrete values, only the even number discrete values. Now I will drag this years to rows, and now you can see a very beautiful figure with the values and the tree map being shown as for each year what is the visualization. This is a very nice figure. You can see now it becomes a dimension. I will select now. If I want to show the values in as even numbers, I can click custom value list or select from a list, none, and then I select only 92, 96, 20. Okay, now you can see the values have been selected, but all the values are even numbers. Previously, it was not selected. It was like now I'm going to drag the region to color. So you can drag the region to color, and based on the region, the visualizations will be colored. And you can right click, sorry, And you can click on the color and edit colors based on the region the coloring has been applied. You can change the colors like based on what you want. I'll just select random colors so you can also follow it. So you can see it changed the color. So we can also change the transparency of the color, like changing this opacity will change the color opacity. Transparency of the color will set it to 75%. We can also set this one and sort it. We'll go to the rows here and make it in the order sort. And how do we sort it? We can sort it in the descending order so that the latest year will be at the top. Now, if you want to remove the text here, you can click on the T hide mark labels, then the names will be ticked off. Also, you can go to format and there are many other options here under formatting. So I'll go to format borders and we have sheet. The row divider can be set to none. Then you don't see those lines. So you can see if it was like that, then you have the row divider, but if you say none, nothing will be there. Also, you can right click on this and go to mark label, say always show, then it will be selected even if you remove the other text. So you can use the same thing. We can create a new sheet if you like. By clicking on this one, it will create a new sheet. And there you can include a field map if you want. Or you can go to this place and change it from here. You can select the visualization. Now it's shown as a tree map. You can change it to a field map. And you can see a very nice chart with all the filtering also applied based on the region. If I want to show this in terms now, I will go back to my tree map. I can drag my region into color, and based on the region it will be colored. And if I now click on the field map and apply the region to color, you can see based on the region and the year, a very nice visualization. I can remove the filtration applied here. And simply delete it. And you can see as I delete it, the metrics change to what I want. Now you can get a gist of what Tableau can do, and you can practice the handout to get a better understanding of how to develop visualizations using Tableau Public.
So, did you enjoy the session? Here's what I want from you before next week. The handout is on Moodle with nations.csv data file.
Work through it once from a blank sheet with these slides closed and watching the video. You'll get stuck in 2 or 3 places. That's the part where you actually learn Tableau, not the part where you follow along with me or watch this video. Try this by yourself. That's the true essence of learning data visualization for you and your career development. Then go further than the handout. Try developing different types of visualizations. Play with it. The more you do mistakes, the more you learn. Nothing you do can damage the data, so be reckless with it. Good luck with your journey learning Tableau.